Gearheads know that some projects need so many parts, it feels like you need a whole storage unit just to store them. That's what eBay Motors' 122 million parts are for. Think of it as your virtual parts garage. They've always got the right fitment at the right prices. Use the eBay Motors app or visit ebaymotors.com. Let's ride.
Hey, welcome in. It is not the best of the Eric Zane Show podcast. So glad you are here. This show is made in the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. Translation, the dormer above my garage, which, man, I really need to clean this place. It smells like freaking dog in here. My God. I just wish I could somehow get the ability to not, like, destroy things. I always just scatter shit about. You can actually tell that my head is turning because it's moving off of the mic and shit like that. As I'm looking around at just shit that I've talked about this before. What fucking put it away? Idiot. Oh, what a hodgepodge pile of shit around here. You know those, like it's, I just grabbed this. It's a container containing micro screwdrivers, like the really, really small ones that a guy would use if he's like repairing a watch. I don't remember buying these damn things. And why are they in here? 2, not 1, 2 of these tubes of Carmex fucking lip balm. Why did I must have used one and said, oh yeah. And then like later on, I'm like, boy, where's that one? I don't know. Let's just get another one. And then I end up setting it down right next to the first one. Son of a bitch. Well, anyway, if you want to follow me live, when I go live, 8 a.m. Monday through Friday, the best thing to do is sign up on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. You'll have to make a username, and then you click follow. Okay? If you subscribe to the channel, you will not be interrupted by ads during the middle of the show. You can sign up for free with your Amazon Prime account. If you don't have an Amazon Prime account, you can throw $5 a month at it. But you don't have to do that. That's just, whatever. If you can handle the commercials that just plop in out of nowhere during the live stream, and don't even bother. But the best thing to do is if you have an Amazon Prime account, you're allowed 1 free Twitch subscription a month, and you have no other shows that you subscribe to on Twitch, then you can do that without any commercial interruption. Otherwise, just enjoy the show. Twitch and Facebook, which is facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page, brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. I'm on Twitter at Eric Zane Show, brought to you by Blue Frost IT. YouTube, follow me on YouTube, Eric Zane Show. Subscribe to the channel, bell notification, and a thumbs up on the videos, brought to you by Frank Fuss, My Policy Shop Insurance. If you ever want to reach me, send me an email on the Shoreliners Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. On with Not the Best of the Eric Zane Show podcast.
Welcome in, here we go. This is a daily show, a daily podcast where we discuss news that I am not afraid to talk about. It's about nonsense. That's the stupid stuff that happens to me all the time. It's usually quite ridiculous. And my personal adventures. So news, I guess, would be news. Nonsense would be news nonsense. And then personal adventures is the stupid stuff I do. And it seems like every single day I shut down this program. And then just stupid stuff starts happening. Okay, so welcome in. I'm so glad you are here. It is quite a thing. I'm very, very proud of the fact that we've been able to take the show on the road and do it. Yeah, there's some technical bugs. I haven't been able to put it out on Twitter or YouTube, but what the hell, we're getting it done, and it is serviceable. That's the word to use, serviceable. Hey, if you're on Facebook, brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, would you please share it? the quickest way to get this show growing to an exponential level is if while you're watching it, you just hit the share button and share it to your page. Then your friends and family who may not have any idea that I even do a show are watching this. And then you see, it's all about internet points. The more internet points Eric gets, the easier it is to grow the show. Okay? It's all about internet points. More internet points, more growth of the show, more fun forever and ever and ever without having to worry about being sidled and dependent on radio. Which, frankly, I don't know if I could ever be dependent on radio. I was just looking back. Boy, that thing has really dried up. There is nothing on the horizon. Not a damn thing. I take it back. I got my friends up north at Q100 who allow me to be on the air with the Zane Asylum. But outside of that, I'm like, eh. So I want to keep it that way. To me, I like nothing more than not having anything to do with radio, because what goes on in my brain doesn't really add up with what goes on in radio anymore. It became evident when, I got fired for making fun of a guy's pants. If I'm in a business where, I used to say all sorts of shit that was, oh, you're great. Here, take this money. We've got money coming out of our ass because of your big mouth. Keep it up. What? You made fun of a guy's pants? Out! Be gone with you. We have had it with you making fun of pants. There will be no more pants making here. Away with you. Off with his head. Shame. 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 Screw that. So share it. Please share it on Facebook. Okay. Today, oh boy, it's snowing. Yeah, that's right. It is May the 8th, and up here in northern Michigan, it's snowing. It like a lot. It's just a big snow shower. It's just cascading down here in the Northland. It is remarkably cold. The next 24 hours is going to be a real pain in the ass with temps in the low to mid-20s up here. That'll put some hair on your wiener for sure. I mean, you're expecting, robins and blue jays and spring has sprung and all that other nonsense. And then all of a sudden you turn around, you got an inch of snow on the ground. What? So this is pretty rare, but not way out of the question for northern Michigan here. I mean, there have been times in May that they've gotten a foot of snow. And it's hard to believe that this is just 2.5 hours or 2.5 to 3 hours north of where I live normally in Michigan. And the weather, the fact that you can just go 2 to 3 hours north and it's that much more different in terms of amount of impact. Of course, Michigan is a crazy-ass peninsula surrounded by freshwater oceans, which doesn't help. And then you got the wind blowing in from Canada, picking up moisture and then dumping it on us. Oh, my God. So, yeah, that's what we're faced with. In fact, 75 million Americans will be dealing with freezing temperatures in the next 24 to 48 hours. So, all right, no big deal. We'll get through it. We are headed out today, like I said. So, I guess not a moment too soon, We have now gone nearly 60 hours here in Fear Bunker North, where I am seated, the 1956 Pontiac Chief. 60 hours mouse-free. 60 hours ago, I thought I was never going to see the end of the mice inside of here. So I don't know if if the word got out or if they're just laying low. I have no idea. In every nook and cranny of this structure, there is a mousetrap. 1, 2, 3, probably 10 to 12 of them. Everywhere in here. And I check the traps every time I come in. I come in here and not a one of them is sprung. So that is good news. I'm happy about that. All right, there is a ton of stuff to talk about. This show is just chock full, including I teased it in the description on the Facebook Live. Why the hell on my wooded property was there a man out in the woods shining a light at me last night? This scared the hell out of me. And, I might as well just get right to it. Boy, it was a bad feeling. And so as I'm walking around outside, sun has set. Any extra light is fading away off in the west. And then I turn around and out in the woods, back behind the trees, I see the light. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And so for a second, fear creeps across my heart. I'm like, what? Is it going down? Is this, I mean, there's no one here. I'm in the middle of a jungle. There's no one around anywhere. So if I hear a motor even, I'm on edge. No one. It's one road in, one road out. And I mean, to even have a visitor is shocking. So why the hell is there a man out in the woods, or a woman, I guess, shining a light on me? It was the moon. The moon is the bane of my existence. We could look back on my checkered history of stupidity and see that the moon has caused me to elaborate and say and do dumb things. Example A, when I said, is the moon a planet, or is the moon? Which it's both, if you really want to get technical. And if you don't know, I had said that once during a Dumber Than Zane trivia game. Is the moon a planet, or is the moon? And the moon is a planet. It is a planet. Don't send me the laughy emojis. What the hell is wrong with you? The moon is a planet. And it's a moon because it orbits the Earth. That's what I know. It definitely is a planet. It's not one or the other. It's both. Okay? I guess technically every planet is a moon of the sun. I know what I'm talking about on Celestial Excitement. Then there was a time that I also stand by this, that while driving to work, on my old show, I was like show punching bag, and those jackasses used to always beat the shit out of me nonstop. So, and I say that with love, looking back fondly at those times. But this actually did piss me off, because I saw the neatest damn thing. It was a crescent moon obscured by clouds, and I didn't quit sending the laughy emojis. And I was driving to work, and there was you couldn't even tell there was a moon out because the clouds were so thick. No more laughy emojis. Damn it! And then as the clouds moved, it revealed the pointy part of the crescent. Okay, so it looked like a light just illuminated in the sky. I was like, what the fuck is that? That's bright as shit. And it's getting bigger, and it's a starship. It's got to be an alien. And then the clouds moved away from it, so you see the expansion of the crescent get bigger and bigger to be fully revealed. It was like Mother Nature was going, Eric, here is a crescent moon. You've just won a crescent moon. And it is revealed by this curtain of clouds. And I described it as when, is it Harold in the purple crayon? He used to draw the shit in the sky. It was like it was being drawn by Harold in his purple crayon into no more laughy emojis. So that was incredible. And, it was great. But anyway, I talked about it at the radio station. Everybody ripped me a new asshole over that one, and they were not impressed in any way. And I hated people for it, and I hate you for the laughy emojis. Jesus. Well, the moon did it again. Here I am walking, and again, this wood is a very thick, dense wood. So I can't even think, because I see all these laughy emojis, you bastards. I've got a real problem with the Zaniacs lately. When I say problem, I mean that lovingly, because they have been... I have turned into just a butt of the jokes lately, and I'll explain about your frickin' thing you pulled last night, you bunch of idiots. So the day before, it was a bright-ass supermoon. Okay, now, I know these things because I'm a celestial excitement guru. The moon on Wednesday night was a supermoon. Now, what that means, it's about 50,000 miles closer to the Earth than normal, okay? So it looked bigger to begin with. Yesterday, it wasn't as big, but it was still gigantic. And as it rises, I don't know if you know this. I know this because I'm, again, celestial excitement guru. Some people, when they see the moon on the horizon, when it's like 3-4 degrees up, it looks much larger than when it's in the sky later in that same night. And you need to know that it isn't any larger when it's on the horizon than when it's in the sky on that night. It looks larger because of all of the visual cues, as they're described as, around the moon. Landscape, buildings, terrain, whatever. It appears bigger. And the light on the horizon is much more strange looking for the moon. The way the moon illuminates when it's low on the horizon is different than when it's way in the sky, and it looks intensely awesome. So I see the yellow flashlight out in the woods behind trees. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And so, fear creeps across my heart, and it's an almost full moon rising. This is incredible. I wish I was a photographer, and it is so damn low because where I am, I'm in this valley, and you've got the rising terrain and all these trees. It was awesome. Holy shit, was that cool. I was startled beyond belief at that. And I'm like, my God, look at this. Diana's in bed with the dogs. I get her ass up. You got to see this. You must see this right now. She gets out of bed. She looks at it. Thank God she was impressed, because I would have been crushed like I was when I was describing the crescent moon. And everybody made fun of me over that. But that shit is just the best. Oh, I love it. I hope you like it too. All I see is y'all making fun of me with your stupid emojis, but I guess that's going to be a thing today. You're easily amused. Let's talk about how I have become a absolute clown and a stooge, perpetually pranked with hijinks headed my way at any given turn from the Zaniacs.
All right, pause on Not the Best of the Eric Zane Show podcast. I've got a Patreon if you want more content in addition to what you get free here. It's patreon.com/Eric Zane, Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. That is a great way to support the show. If you think, Zane's busting it every day on the free podcast, I think I'm going to throw a few bucks his way. I would love that. You are helping support an independent podcaster, and you are keeping the podcast alive. Okay? Patreon.com/Eric Zane. With your $5 or $10 donation, I will give you 15 plus hours of content each and every week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. $5 a month is all the audio and the audio archive. New audio archive. $10 a month is that, plus the video archive, and live streams. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can also convert it to a yearly at any point, and I will knock 10% off the price. Thank you. Your contributions, donations, and Patreon keep the show powered. I appreciate that. Meanwhile, the sponsors, My Policy Shop Insurance. Frank Fuss wants to make sure that you, if you have no health insurance, get health insurance. Gone are the days when you say, well, my employer doesn't offer it, or I'm between jobs, so I just won't insure my family. No. There's a system in place through the website healthcare.gov. You've probably heard about it, also known as Obamacare or the Marketplace. Use that. You're supposed to. The government has it set up where they subsidize you with the cost of the premiums. Okay? That's how it works. So if you're between jobs or you're self-employed and your earnings stay at or below a certain threshold, Frank has more of the details on this, you get to utilize the government subsidy to pay your premium. So you pay very little for very, very good insurance if you choose. There's different plans. to navigate all of that is above your old pal Eric Zane's pay grade. Frank from My Policy Shop Insurance, Frank Fuss, is the expert. In addition, he knows everything there is to know about people taking advantage of the Medicare system. He is the Medicare Advantage Plan expert. So if you or someone you know or love is getting set to turn 65 years old, call upon Frank for all of these things. He is a licensed independent insurance agent / broker, and I'd like you to reach out, and he doesn't cost you a dime. His services are free. 616-914-4070. That's 616-914-4070. His website, buyinsurancehere.com. We've got racing at Berlin Raceway this weekend. It's going to be a great time. You have the folks from International, I can't even say it. I don't know. ISMA, the super modifieds are going to be in there. Plus those ones that go around the track with the big wing on the back. Sprint racing? Fuck. Anyway, July 15th and 16th, $15 a pop. That's how much tickets are. BerlinRaceway.com. 15 and under, get in free. Parking is free. The beer is cold and cheap. The dogs are cheap. They got a bar. They got a gift shop. They got a band playing underneath the grandstand. It's awesome. Great place to just go and hang out. You can bring in a cooler with your own snacks if you want. No alcohol, no glass. I mean, you can't bring that shit in. Come bring it in your moonshine or whatever. Thank you to Berlin Raceway for sponsoring the show. Buy your tickets. BerlinRaceway.com. They're only $15 when you buy them online. If you buy them at the gate, it's a little bit more. So don't do that. Buy them online. All right. Thank you, Berlin Raceway. Okay, losing fitness, gaining weight, that all hurts a person mentally. Honest to God, that can affect your relationships. It's time to turn this thing around. I want to help you feel better. And all you have to do is decide that you want to try. I want you to try this as you're trying to turn things around. It's the FitBod app. This thing is amazing. You don't need a ton of weights to do this. You can do it in your home with no weights. You can do it in the middle of nowhere like I do at Fear Bunker North. You can do it at the gym. The workouts are tailored to what you have to work with. And my gosh, they work everything. Muscles, cardiovascular system, you name it. It's time to turn it around, and I want you to do it by using the FitBod app. One of the important things about FitBod is the algorithm changes, which, those are words that's kind of like above my pay grade, but it senses and knows when you're improving as you work out and updates your fitness plan as you go so that you're not like stagnating and things like that and plateauing. FitBod has figured it out, and all you have to do for less than the cost of one session with a personal trainer, you can get a full year of personalized workouts with FitBod. It integrates with your Apple Watch, Wear OS smartwatch, and apps like Apple Health, Fitbit, and Strava. Man, this is incredible. You can crush your summer fitness goals with personalized workouts from FitBod that improve as you do. Get 25% off your subscription or try out the app for free when you sign up now at fitbod.me/Zane. It's got to be fitbod.me/Zane. Try it out and see for yourself. 25% off your subscription or try it free at fitbod.me/Zane. FitBod. Where am I here? I'm confused. That is a regular thing. Kent County Health Department reminds you, go to accesskent.com/health for information on the WIC program, immunizations given for free to your kids if you guys qualify, and other personal health services like any type of testing or diagnosis of any sexually transmitted infections. They don't call them STDs anymore. No. They call them STIs. One of those, hey, let's change the name and make it, I don't know. I don't even know why they would do that. But anyway, accesskent.com/health. Thank you very much. Okay, continuing on, more of Not the Best of the Eric Zane Show podcast.
There's a long, rich history of shenanigans from these people. You know, in the past year, there's been some big ones. My God, hell, off the top of my head, the biggest one was the punked moment when these people. This is what they came up with. And I think it was Zaniac Tom from Gun Lake who actually came up with the idea. On the side, prior to COVID-19, I was driving limo for people. And I love that job, by the way. I just talked to Justin from Affordable. He's hanging in there. Great guy. So I would do that job. And I complained to Tom from Gun Lake. And I was like, dude, I haven't gotten a job in a while. Well, that's all he needed to hear. He put in motion a prank. And that was to book a trip with all the Zaniacs, and Justin from Affordable was in on it. And he said, "Hey man, can you do this job?" Yeah, sure. What is it? Well, it's a very sensitive. It's some famous people are coming to town. The surviving members of the Beastie Boys, Adam Horovitz and Mike Diamond, are going to be in town because they're possibly opening a business venture in Grand Rapids, and they're scouting the town, them and their staff and entourage, and they need a car. And you're the guy. I'm like, oh my God. So I bit so hard on this morsel, this bait. It was crazy. And so I was so stoked, man. I couldn't believe it. And I was talking about the podcast, and oh my God, this is one of the greatest pranks of all time. And I was nervous as shit leading up to it. I was so invested in the prank and convinced that this was. I never once thought it was a prank. Maybe a little, but I diminished the thought. And I was so into it that some of the Zaniacs were like, I think we should tell him because he's going to be crushed. Now, I wasn't. My reaction was as they wanted it to, laughing and like, oh my God, I'm such an idiot. But man, they were actually experiencing anxiety because they were afraid of how I take it. Man, so the whole week goes by. I get the car. I pick it up at this really ritzy hotel in Grand Rapids called the Amway Grand. And, the security guy, which was Tom from Gun Lake, I didn't even recognize him. He's got sunglasses on. It was just, I'm such an idiot. And the back doors of this giant limo open up, and all of them get in there. And right away, I smell pot. So I'm like, okay, I guess they're stoners. Okay. Turns out that was Andrea, of course. So I was given a place to drive to for a photo shoot, and it was not far away, like this famous bridge in Grand Rapids. So it's like a mile and a half away. I'm still, getting ready to crap water. I'm so nervous. I got the Beastie Boys and all their entourage with them. God, it just sounds ridiculous saying it. I've already expressed to the audience how stoked I am and all that, and everybody's like, oh man, he really has bit hard on this. I show up there. Everybody gets out. They all wander to the front of the vehicle while I'm looking at my phone. It was so perfect. I look up, and it's the Zaniacs holding a sign that says, "You were punked." And I'm like, oh my God, I still have the sign in the trunk of my car. I got it back, by the way, the sign. And I was like, oh my God. And so I see them all. Jason, Andrea, Kenny, Tom from Gun Lake. Oh God. Joe was there. Who else was there? Damn it. And then, it was just an incredible night. And then we went out driving around for the next 3 hours, having a ball, stealing toilets. Yeah, true. We stole a toilet and put it on Stu McAllister's front lawn. That was another cosmic thing in that event, in that day, because we go over to Franco's pizza and we get a pizza and we eat. And then the idea was, let's get a toilet and put it on Stu's front lawn. Because Stu had been taking pictures of toilets and posting it on Facebook because he was all butthurt because Facebook kept banning him. So he decided the only thing he was going to post was pictures of toilets in public places. So the idea was, go get a toilet through someone on Facebook Marketplace who's giving it away at 9 o'clock at night and take it to Stu's house and put it on his front lawn. So they're looking on Facebook Marketplace. They find a toilet, the Zaniacs did. And we're going to drive over to like 10 miles away and get the toilet in a limousine, put it in the trunk of the limousine, take it to Stu's house. This is ridiculous. This is a friggin' caper. We were blown away by the next part of the story because Zaniacs, Jason, Joe, those guys, they go and take a leak behind the dumpster at Franco's because everybody's shit-faced. And I hear, hey, guys, there's a toilet right here. Someone's throwing it away. What? No, it wasn't at Franco's. It was at the drugstore. Yeah, there was some drugstore in the area of town that we were in. And they're taking a leak. It was a dollar store. That's what it was, a dollar store. And they go into the dollar store for some reason. And by the dumpster at the dollar store is a toilet. So we pick up the fucking toilet. It was real gross. And put it in the trunk of the car. And off we go to Stu's house. Can you believe that? So we did not pick up the toilet at so-and-so's residence. Dropped the toilet off. Stu's stupid street has speed bumps on the street for whatever. They want to stop people from speeding down Stu's stupid ghetto street. And I got this enormous 14-passenger limousine. We go over the speed bumps and we're bottoming out. Oh, my God, trying to get away. Oh, what a night. Thank you for that. So that gives you an idea of the hijinks that they do. Not to be outdone, Dean just this week reaching out to the multi-talented Kim Lazara, who is now in the forefront of attention after the story, the very sensitive story I revealed about what my mindset was when I was 14 or 15 years old, and she was here on this piece of property in her hotness at 17 years old with her bikini, and I'm like, oh boy. See, I'll be in the tent, heating up the German war helmet. Eric, come on out and sit by the fire. No, I'm making my own fire with my twig. Told that story on the Patreon. Dean throws me under the bus, that bastard. Reveals to her that. She signs up for Patreon. She hears the damn story. Here I am. Fuck. Every time I turn around, you people. And there's been so many more that have done this. So many times. And then yesterday, here's the latest. Damn it. There's been the story that's been going around about I think they're called the murder hornet. I talked about it on the show. It's that 2 to 2.5 inch bug that is now in the U.S., and it's big and nasty and incredible looking to see. It looks fake. It's so big. The bug is so big, it has like an actual face. It actually looks angry all the time. I mean, it looks like a pissed off Lego from the Lego movie. It's got like the slanted brow, and it just looks mad. And you even think about it, it's gonna sting your dick tip in a second, and it can sting you multiple times. You know, like a honeybee or a bee, you get stung, and then the bee dies. Not so with the murder hornet. So. All right, this story's been going around. I was like, oh, God, it's 2020 so bad. We got coronavirus, murder hornets. And then I forgot. It was the first bit of correspondence I got yesterday was from Zaniac Tim. And he sent me a image that says, check out the murder hornet. Look at the stinger on this thing. And someone was holding it. I was like, oh, somebody caught one. Okay. All right, yeah, there it is. Yep. Yeah, I knew that, so maybe he didn't catch it when I was talking about it. But I'm well aware, but that was still nice of him to send it. So then I'm thinking that, I go, oh, that's cool that he sent that. So then a minute goes by, and I get a message on Messenger from Zaniac Nick in Portland, Maine, and it's like, hey, man, look at this thing. I'm like, well, yeah, I know. That's weird that more than one of you have sent me the damn thing, but time passes, and I'm laying in bed, and my phone is bzz, 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 notification. You got a message on Messenger from Zaniac Jason, Zaniac Andrea. You got a message from Zaniac Tom from Gun Lake. And I'm like, what is going on here? I'm like, I smell something cooking here. This is, I I've seen these variables in play before. I suspected that they're fucking with me again, as they love to do. They love to fuck with my fucking face. And sure enough, they're fucking with me again because where it says take a closer look at the stinger, what you do is you have to I had to expand it because my feeble eyes, it just looked like the murder hornet to me with a stinger. Some dick has gone out of their way to take that famous meme of that enormous black man who was in porno that you see on the bed with his legs open and that huge dog just draped down like an elephant's frickin' snout there, whatever they call it. What do they call it on an elephant? His snout, is it the snout? The thing that hangs down? It's trunk. The snout. That dude's dick is just a sight to behold. I've seen so much of that big black guy's dick. It's just, I'm not gonna lie. When that meme first hit, I was like, "Look at that dick. That's a big ass dick." But I've seen it enough now. I know what it looks like. But it's showing up everywhere. It's hilarious what it keeps showing up as. But this might be the most brilliant thing I've seen in a long time. And I saw it about 300 times yesterday because all the Zaniacs sent it to me. And his body is on the abdomen of the murder hornet, and his dick is the stinger. And it's absolutely perfect. And I cannot wait to share it with you in both the show notes of this podcast, and I'll link it up. So you'd have to be, not following me on any social media to miss this, or just type Murder Hornet BBC, and you'll find it right now if you want. But I was like, fuck. So every time I turn around, I see this big dick in my face again. The Zaniacs continue to go the extra mile to fuck with me, and it seems to bring joy to them. So, all right, I'm all for it. You can keep it going, because I screw with you a time or two. And if I'm allowed to say what I say on this show, I definitely want you participated in any way, shape, or form. All right, so I wrote that down even. This is what I wrote on the show notes for today's podcast. Prank history, BBC. Let's see. Yep, that was probably the big thing on the open that I wanted to get to. So thank you for that.
Quick pause on Not the Best of, the Eric Zane Show podcast, to tell you about the people who help keep the lights on. In addition to you with your donation on the Patreon for $5 or $10 a month, which gives you 15 plus hours of content each and every week. You got my friends at Blue Frost IT, the managed IT service provider of the Eric Zane Show podcast for your small or medium-sized business. Finally, a business that serves as your own tech department, your own IT department. Okay? For just a few bucks a month, you can have them helping you. BlueFrostIT.com. That's a hands-in website. You can reach out to them, 616-200-8550. Also, they do project work. So if you're looking to upgrade the tech at your business, don't just go and start buying things at fucking Best Buy. What the hell is wrong with you? No, you sit down with a professional and you'll be suited, like Alan, you'll be suited with what is absolutely best for what your business does. What if you buy too much or too little or the wrong thing? That's time that you don't have. And if you're wasting your time figuring this shit out, you're burning money, man. Call upon Blue Frost IT, 616-200-8550. Comedy at Full House comedy venues throughout Michigan. Nord Davis is going to be at the Listening Room. You got shows there on Saturday at 6 and 9 p.m. Upcoming shows. Paul Verzi is going to be in town. Michael Palazak, very, very funny. Not to mention Tim Meadows, August 11 and 12. FullHouseComedy.com for a listing of all of the shows and all of the venues dotted throughout West Michigan. Excellent. So that is very, very cool. The folks at fullhousecomedy.com. All right. Continuing on, more of Not the Best of the Eric Zane Show podcast.
The NBA basketball All-Star game, National Basketball Association All-Star game went down. And this is normally the place, it seems like, where the national anthem gets murdered. And that happened again. We need look no further than the 2018 All-Star game when Fergie sang the anthem. And she did like this weirdo interpretive jazzy style version of the national anthem, if you recall. I'll play it for you in a second here. And as it dragged on when Fergie did it a few years ago, you see like various, they show the players there as they're looking at the flag, and this goes on and on and on. And Draymond Green, it was a shot of him, and he's got his mouth open. He's like, he can't believe it. And then he starts to laugh. And then Steph Curry starts to laugh. They're all cracking up at how shitty it is. And then they show Jimmy Kimmel, and he's laughing at how bad this is, as Fergie, who does have a decent voice, and by the way, looked spectacular, obliterates the anthem. This is from 2018.
That a flag was still there. Oh, say,
That.
does that star spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free. And the home
It's like
of the
she's trying to be sexy or something with the anthem.
Let's play some basketball. Let's play some basketball.
So shitty. You can't bring anybody famous in to do the anthem. Like, at the Daytona 500 last night, or yesterday, by the way, a couple things. I'm going to tangent out here before I go into Shaka Khan. They had a lady who was a member of the military, and she happens to be able to sing. And so she's in her full military uniform, and she just sings it like it's meant to be sung. And it was spectacular. You had the color guard there, and the NASCAR's got it right most of the time. Of course, this was the same event that they did. They brought in Madison Rising years ago. That shit show. But there was a lot that went right in the start. It was the only thing that went right in the Daytona 500 yesterday, because weather ruined the damn thing, which I often wonder. I'm like, Jesus, all of these people, you've got hundreds of thousands of people, and then, they've been getting ready for this race. The weather ruins it. They all have to leave and then come back today. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know. It would be devastating. Oh, terrible. But first of all, Fox's coverage of it, they do a lot of these dumb, stupid skits and stuff like that. That was just the worst. They had some pro wrestler, Sheamus, with Michael Waltrip, and they're interviewing drivers, and the whole thing was stupid. And then Mike Joy and Jeff Gordon are doing some dumb bit on the track, pre-recorded. That was dumb, too. Mike Joy's in a stupid 1970s AMC Gremlin, which actually looked like a pretty cool car. And then Jeff Gordon goes ripping by him in a Camaro. Aha! Stupid. But Trump shows up And now this guy knows what he's doing. This turned out to be an enormous media and campaign moment. Here he is trying to win the next election to be the president again. Of course he's going to show up at a NASCAR event. Actually, he was a grand marshal for this event. And the dude, I'll give him a lot of points for moving the meter with FaceTime, TV time, and the overall campaign ability of this entire venture, because Air Force One is over the track. He's banking over the track. And then they set it down. There's an airstrip right there. They set down this big-ass jet. They have his car there, the Beast. I don't know if if it flew in the plane with him. And I didn't know what is composed of the armor of this vehicle. I didn't realize that this car is 22,000 pounds, and it's made with 8-inch steel. It could take a direct hit from a rocket-propelled grenade. No joke. The glass is 5 inches thick. It's completely impervious to small arms fire. And he and the First Lady drive over to the track. And so he does the interview. He does the gentlemen start your engines. And then he does a lap. And this has never happened before. There's only been a handful of presidents that have attended NASCAR events. I think the Bushes, Reagan said, gentlemen, start your engines once. But this has never happened. Trump gets in the limo, and he leads the field. That's never happened before. Now, here you have, these are all MAGA hat-wearing people at this thing. So, shit, this is not a bad idea at all. The crowd loved it, so he's catering to his audience there. You gotta give him credit for that. It turned into a spectacle. He stole the event. It was the big deal. Then the fucker gets on the radio. Okay, somebody hands him a radio and says, "Mr. President, would you like to address the drivers?" And he goes, "I thought you'd never ask." "Hey, hello, this is your president. I wish you all safety and God bless you all." You know, he's doing the God bless you thing. And, all the drivers are like, holy shit, this is the greatest. And then it goes, they run 20 laps and cancel the damn race. So I played for you Fergie from 2018. Shaka Khan said, "Hold my Cosmo. I can do better." She walks out looking like an old beat-up cosplay whore. What she was wearing was remarkable. She looked like an extra from that new Birds of Prey movie. I don't know what it was. It looked to be kind of like a hybrid NBA cheerleader / Halloween costume thing. And, she shouldn't be wearing anything form-fitting because she's old. But she can still sing. She can still carry a tune. But the voice does not account for her stupid brain, because this idiot gets in front of the world and says, "Move over, Fergie. I am going to obliterate the anthem worse than you." Check this out.
Here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner is acclaimed singer, songwriter, and 10-time Grammy winner from Chicago, Shaka Khan.
This was sad.
Oh, say, can you see?
Okay, I wanted to stop it before it hit, but as soon as she did the "Can you see," I knew that was the note. When she started out with "Oh, say," that was fine, and then the next sequence is where it gets off the rails.
Oh, say,
that's fine.
Can you
That's
see?
not. If I'm a player, I'm like, all right, she's dragging out every word. This is going to take about 15 minutes. Shit. Thanks a lot.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's less gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Here it comes. Asshole.
What
a jerk.
Through the night that our flag was still there.
I'll make up for it now.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner.
If the tax hobbit continued to play and he wound up at the NBA All-Star game, I know he'd be making this face looking like he just smelled shit. Jesus. Ugh. Come on. Oh no. I hate her. I wish she was a friend of Kobe Bryant and was on that chopper. Nah, that was probably too much. Oh, shut up, you stupid fucker. Oh, God. Oh, so bad.
One more round of applause for Tennille Arts and Shaka Khan.
I would have booed. You're terrible. You asshole. What the hell is wrong with you? How could you possibly think that...
Fuck you! I'm trying to help you, motherfucker! Shut the fuck up, bitch!
Oh, the anthem murdered. That one has skyrocketed to the top. And, a lot of people always throw Roseanne in there. You got to understand. She intentionally was sounding like shit. She was trying to be disrespectful. This woman actually, Shaka Khan, Fergie, they actually think it sounds good. Roseanne knew it didn't sound good. She was doing that to be an asshole. She actually said, I'm going to be an idiot. Shaka Khan doesn't know that. She thinks that sounds excellent. Ugh. So bad.
All right, quick pause. If you're looking to advertise your business, reach out to me, Eric, at ericzaneshow.com. I will tell you about the high-octane marketing that you will get and the unbelievable attention to you when it comes to marketing your business. I do a lot with this little thing called the Eric Zane Show podcast, and I want you to reach out to me, and I'll tell you all about it. One thing I'm known for is no pressure. I priced this thing a certain way 3.5 years ago, and it's stayed that way. I'll let you know exactly how it works. Reach out, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. Just like my friends at the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Those guys are awesome. If you need a mortgage, reach out to Mario. Anywhere in the U.S., he can help you. 4 exceptions: South Carolina, Maine, Alaska, and Hawaii. 231-332-6505. All right, this is an option. You've got your house, and the equity's gone up, up, up in recent years. A house that was at one point worth $150,000 is now worth $230,000. So you are sitting on a pile of money. Now, there was a time a year ago you could have gotten some money out of your home for about 2.5% interest. That's okay. That's okay if you didn't do that. The interest rates have gone up. Not only have they gone up for mortgages, but they've gone up for your credit cards. If this is you, excuse me, damn it, hang on. Oh, God. If this is you, let's say you got 10 grand in credit debt. Oh boy, don't pay 20% on that, 20% plus. You know, they're just taking money right out of your pocket. Get the money out of your home for that balance. Pay that balance. And then just pay the 5.5% interest or whatever the hell you get, as opposed to the ridiculous interest rate for the credit card. That's flexing your financial muscle right there. Mario can help you with that. NMLS number 3035 231 332 6505. A&E Heating and Cooling. Senor Joe Martinez reminds you that he can help you if you have any needs scheduling a service call, or maybe it's a not scheduled service call, like something has gone terribly wrong. Reach out to Joe Martinez at A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. The absolute best. And if you need something installed, a new furnace, a new air conditioner, he will install the Cadillac of all brands, the Comfort Maker brand of furnaces and air conditioners. 616-516-8579 for A&E Heating and Cooling. Continuing on, more of Not the Best of, the Eric Zane Show podcast.
To get your blood drawn. And what you do is you go to any area hospital, and all of the material that you need for the blood draw is there, down to the vials, the labels for the vials, the packaging. It's all like, and then the tape that goes over it. It goes into a bag. It goes into a FedEx envelope. You get done with the blood draw, and then you drop it in the FedEx box. And this is all done to determine what blood type you are and to check for tissue compatibility to the possible recipient. No big deal. This is like one of the earliest steps in this whole process. And this whole process takes like a year or more on average. But we committed to it. Want this guy to live. It's like I said, it's a backup in the podcasting if you want to hear how that all unfolded. It's really interesting. It's a flat-out God moment how it all started. Or reach out to me personally, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. I'll fill you in. But I don't want to go down that road again because it's already been told. Now, when UCLA sends you this material, they sent Diana and I the exact same material. You've got the vials, the labels, the styrofoam packaging that the vials go in. Like I said, the bag that the box goes in. And then you put the whole thing into the FedEx thing. It's all very thorough. And 4 important documents. Okay? The first document that I read, and in fact, I remember I got it all, and I said to Diana, and she kind of like cast it aside. I go, hey, and I read every page there that they sent. I go, did you read all that material? She goes, no. I go, well, I think you should. I think you should be very familiar with exactly what they want you to do. And this is days ago, probably like 10 days ago. And it's very simple what it is. And I read it. I read it word for word because this is important. So, and she did too, but apparently it didn't sink in. Huh? What's going on there? Okay. So the first page is your introduction, and it makes it very clear. It's kind of like they give you, all right, there is of the 3 other pages that we sent you, Mr. Eric, one of them is a doctor's note. Another thing is the instruction for the phlebotomist who's going to take your blood with very clear step-by-step particular instructions of how they want it done. They want to make sure it's done right the first time. They want to make sure that they have everything set, ready to go, and make it as convenient as possible for the person who is doing the donating, us. So quite literally, you walk in, you hand this packet of papers. They go, looks good. Thank you. Go right in there. That's it. Okay? Now, we have to do it individually. And at the hospital, it's all very, they have their own protocols because of the Rona. So you walk in, lady there, stop. Have you been around anybody that has the Rona? No. Have you been feeling okay? Yes. Do you have a temperature? No. Please put the stuff, the sanitizer on your hand, put your mask on, go over to there. Okay. Diana goes over to the check-in. I have the same conversation with lady at the hospital. All right, put on your mask. Boom. We go up to the lady. Now, I'm not aware. I'm only worried about me, okay, because I've got, the materials that I just discussed with you, and Diana has hers too. So Diana says, yes, I'm here to get the a blood draw for a living donor, to be a living donor. And the lady goes, okay, all right. And she seemed a little bit, there seemed to be a little bit of confusion between the two. Now, I'm just standing there like looking at my phone, playing Candy Crush. And I know that everything I have is all right here. And then I hear the lady behind the desk say, she goes, now normally we need a bit of documentation from the physician who wants the blood draw. You can't just come in and say, and she goes, oh, well, yeah, it's and Dinah starts explaining what's going on. And I'm half listening. I'm like, I know there's no problem because it's all, really thorough as to what UCLA did. And then so I go, hey, while you guys are struggling with this, I'll go ahead and call them to make sure, because I'm under the impression, because of the conversation between these two, that UCLA did not send a doctor's note within that packet, okay? Because they're confused. And I'm like, oh, well, I can't believe this. So I know the lady's name at UCLA. So I call Los Angeles, this lady named Jen. And she's like, I go, hey, Jen, it's, and they know us on first name. I go, this is Eric. So we're getting ready to do the blood draw. And what is, we need a doctor's note. And she goes, well, that's all included. And I go, and I look through and I see it. It's right there. I go, well, yeah, of course it is. What, boy, I'm thinking to myself, why are these two, the lady from the hospital and Diana, struggling with this? It says doctor's note right on it. I go, oh, Jen, no problem. And so I show it. I hold it up. I go, are you ladies looking for this? And they go, yeah, but that's your doctor's note. I go, yeah. And I look at Diana. I go, do you not have your doctor's note? She goes, well, I got the envelope and the vials and I got the bag and the container. Is that not good enough? I go, did you not read this shit? I didn't say shit. I go, it's spelled out very, 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 very plain words about what the protocol here. It's what's going on. I don't have the paperwork. The fucking paperwork. I don't have the fucking paperwork. That's the one thing that if you don't have, you don't get your blood drawn. Well, everything. You gotta have it all. If you don't, why would you get a packet of info and materials and just bring some of it? What the hell? Now, at this point, because I am a wily veteran, I do not raise my eyebrows. I do not passive-aggressive her. I don't. She already feels like a dumbass, and I don't want to embarrass her. Well, no, I want to embarrass her. I want to make her. I want to actually do exactly that. Embarrass the shit out of her for fucking this up when it's so easily done. If you just read it, how could you make this mistake? But I know that if I do that, I am dead. So I'm like, what the fuck just happened here? And then so I go, well, I'll tell you what, this is Jen's number. I go, hey, you got to call Jen here, and maybe she can help you. And so I get Diana out of line, and then I get in her place, and I go, well, yeah, while she sorts that out, here's all of my stuff, and I'm like, here you go, ma'am. And she goes, oh, thank God, you're good. Okay, check mark, green check mark. Go right in there, Eric. You got this covered. And I hear Diana. She's on the phone. Yeah, Jen. I'm here, and I don't have any of my fucking paperwork because I'm a dunce. So, yeah, And I'm like, shit. So I go into this this room where the courtesy blood draw is going to take place, and this lady is just so sweet. She's going to take the blood, and she's giving me hard eyes. You know, I have that issue every time. These women, they just fawn over me. They just love the silver fox. Oh my God! And she's just so sweet. I'm serious. She was in love with Diana and I. I think we could have invited her into the bedroom. Before we continue this, I think we need to bring in the queen of the forest. Hopefully she's not on the walk again. Maybe she is. We need to bring in the queen of the forest to ask her about, hey, how are you?
Hi.
Hey, I was just talking about you.
Oh, dear. In a good way or a bad way?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I want you to see if you can figure this out. I mean, in the past 24 hours, I mean, I'm always talking about adventures between us and the dynamic, and people love it when you and I have these fun moments. I don't know how fun this is going to be, but what do you think within the last 24 hours could be on my brain that I'd be talking about on the podcast?
Your jock itch?
No, not my jock itch, which I had a flare-up last night, and boy, I just murdered that thing. Ugh.
That's unfortunate, but let's see. Helping me set up for my party?
I'm probably going to talk about that too, but no. Not that at all. Okay.
What did I do?
Well, I wanted to talk with you about how did it go down that you missed so much information on the blood draw kit?
Oh, for crying out loud. Listen.
Wait, hold on a minute. It's 4 pages, and it's
but
the instructions. It's that's like showing up for a test and you don't have the test. It was really bad.
Right. But see, I looked for them and I couldn't find them for some reason because I think you probably threw them away.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
And so I figured, well, they can just use yours because it's the same thing.
Yeah, but you just assumed you didn't bring it up. I mean, no one found out about this until you walked up to the check-in and said, "Yeah, I'm here for a blood draw." And they go, "All right, let's have your paperwork." And you're like, "Oh, I don't have any paperwork."
Again, I thought I was able to use yours and double dip.
Now, I was just talking with the audience about how in that weird moment, I did not did I indict you in any way?
No.
Okay, now that
you gave me a look, though. You did give me a look. Oh, yeah,
I wanted to strangle you. I was so annoyed with this because here it is, the first thing we got. This is like the first step of many in this kidney donation thing. And here I am on the phone with the lady at UCLA saying, yeah, Diana's confused. And she's like, it's all there. It's all, we sent everything to you.
No.
Well, then when I was talking to her, she said, no, I sent you a doctor's note. And I go, you're right, Jen. I do have a doctor's note. And then I said, they sent me a doctor's note. Do you not have your doctor's note? And you said, I left it at home. I didn't think I needed it.
Yeah, that did happen.
Now, it turns out that you somehow were able to, when you did talk to Jen, she was able to get you all those documents. Is that right?
That is correct. She faxed them.
Okay, so you got it all done. We then got the blood drawn together, which was terrible. I think you actually handled that better than I did. It was very painful. I hated it.
Oh my God, you could barely feel it.
No, I could feel it. I think I could actually feel every drop of blood leaving my body. The whole time.
You are so weird.
No, it was bad. I could not stand that. As good of a phlebotomist as she was, it was, oh God, do I hate that. Can you imagine? I mean, if I can't even handle the blood draw, how bad it would be if they had to actually, if we're lucky enough to have them take a kidney. I mean, seriously, that is, Which, by the way, I told my dad about that yesterday.
You did?
Yeah, because do you remember when we were in line and he called? Well,
Oh, yeah.
I picked it up because I'm always scared something bad's happened.
Right.
So I go, hey, Dad, can I call you back? He goes, where are you? He always wants to know where I am. I go, I'm at the hospital. What? Why? I go, it's a long story. I'm getting some blood drawn. Oh, my God. So he's panicked. I call him back later on in the day. He goes, why were you at the hospital? And, he's going to find out sometime. So I go, well, Dad, I was just getting a test done. I was getting my blood drawn because Diane and I are going to donate a kidney. And he's like, oh, man, he did not take that well. He
didn't?
No. He is very concerned about our well. Well, what if you need them both? What of yours? What if you lose? I'm like, it's not quite as it's a very rare thing to have this happen, Dad. At age 50, I'm strong as a freaking horse. Healthy as a horse, I think is how they say that. Not strong as a horse.
Ox.
Strong as an ox, healthy as a horse. So, I've done my research, Dad. So, he's trying to talk me out of it is what he's trying to do. So I'm like, that's why I didn't want to tell you because you're going to try to talk me out of it.
Right.
All right. So,
It should be, I think the new saying should be healthy as a tortoise.
because they like live a long time.
They live to like 150.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, you think about, how dynamic a horse is, and how it the grace and strength of it, I think is more what it is. I mean, a tortoise is a slow moving. It doesn't. You don't really think of them as a. I mean, yes, they're healthy because they live so long, but I mean, you got to wonder about the. How great those years are as they just sit there and they don't move for like a decade at a time.
That's probably why they're so healthy, because they don't really exert themselves too much.
Yeah, I didn't expect this to go down the road of the of what it is right now, but okay.
Well, it just popped in my head.
So, I wanted to run. Do you think that now we had that young lady that was drawing the blood, I think she was giving me hard eyes.
I don't think she was.
I think she was. I think she was giving you hard eyes. In fact, I think that we could have invited her into the bedroom.
Eric, stop. Listen, she probably was the sweetest. If I ever had to get like blood drawn regularly, I'd go to her and specifically request her because she was the best. For me, bedside manners and making it fun. I don't want to say fun, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, she was very jovial and friendly and sweet. And I think she wanted to give you bedside manners on your actual bedside is what I think she wanted. I think she was kind of into you and me. No? If you could see her right now, she's just looking at me with disgust in her face. She goes, are you going to continue to go down this road? I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel about being You all right over there? What the hell happened?
Excuse me.
Yeah. How can someone who's not actually drinking something and just sitting still,
No.
How can something go down the wrong pipe when you're
Do you know how sometimes I get a horker? Is that what they're called?
I know what you're talking about. It's just like phlegm.
Yeah.
Jizz.
Not jizz, but phlegm.
Okay. So what do you think about Baldwin Ace Hardware being your sponsor? Like this moment in time is brought to you by Baldwin Ace Hardware. Like Diana, Diana is brought to you by Baldwin Ace Hardware.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, they actually sponsored you.
It's got a nice ring to it.
Okay. So, I've got you sponsored. Benny, the one-eyed wonder dog, is sponsored by A&D Cleaning. And then O'Neill is sponsored by Irvine's Auto Repair. Bruce is sponsored by Grand Rapids Hybrid.
Look at Daisy right now.
Oh, my God. I have to show this to the audience.
Oh, she's rolling over.
Oh, shoot. Damn it. Oh, I was going to grab the iPad and lift it. She was laying right on her back with her feet in the air. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So going forward on the whole kidney thing, could you maybe? Let me ask you this: did you forget the documents? Did you say, I don't need them, or could you not find them? What is
I
it?
couldn't find them.
And so you assumed without telling anyone. Why didn't you tell me? Because I would have helped you. You know, we could have gotten a hold of Jen, so it wouldn't have been when we were right at the order window.
Because I told you, I just thought that I could use yours. Because I didn't, it was just the instructions, and it's the same thing.
No, well, yeah, but then you weren't aware that there was a doctor's note or anything like that, or you just, I don't know. I mean, it was addressed to me. I mean,
I know that, but I didn't think.
Yeah.
Well, in hindsight, yeah.
Yeah, this is kidney donation. This isn't a fucking Meyer 2-for-1 sale. It's not like they're going to go, yeah, 1 kidney, 2 kidneys, who cares?
Can I go back to my coffee now? I'm done with you.
Whatever. Yeah, just kidney. What?
Okay, bye.
We're just going to get 2 and play the fucking shell game with them, and then we'll just put it in and hope that it sticks. I mean, this isn't a stupid
Dickhead.
game.
Hey.
I mean, you got to have some degree of...
Hey.
Yeah, what?
I'm hanging up now.
All right. I love you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
See ya. So I just found that to be ridiculous. That the look on my face, if you could have just have seen the look on my face when I realized on our first real thing that we had to do, get the blood drawn to determine compatibility on the kidney, and she's there with her fucking head up her ass. I'm probably going to get in trouble.
All right, quick pause. Don't forget about me on Cameo. How could you forget? So much fun. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. For just $15, I can do a cameo for you. If you don't know what that is, go to cameo.com/Eric Zane and check it out. Okay? It's a personal message. You tell me what to do. Some of you just say, yeah, just make fun of so-and-so. He's an idiot. Here's something about him. Give me the ammo, and I'll let him have it. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. All in good fun, of course. Maybe it's not all in good fun. What? I don't care if it's in good fun. If it's not in good fun, whatever. I'm just doing what you tell me to do. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. You want to tell somebody to go fuck themselves? I'll do it. Cameo.com/Eric Zane. Longtime sponsor, Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. They are amazing. A car show coming up August 25th. Part of the Metro Cruise festivities in Grand Rapids. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. That to benefit CASA. That is a charitable organization very near and dear to my friends at Irvine's, helping exploited children make their way through the foster care system. Struggling and exploited children. I can't even talk. My God, it's embarrassing. Anyway, enough about extroited children or whatever I was saying. Irvine's. Servicing all makes and models. American, European, Japanese, with the exception of Volkswagens. They got early bird drop-off, late bird pickup with the keys dropped in the lockbox. They got rental cars. If you're like, hey man, I can't be without a car. They're like, we got a car for you. Their techs are so unbelievably trained. No one in the area is trained better than the techs at Irvine's. 616-532-6600. Reach out to them. Last but not least, speaking of cars, get a certified pre-owned, certified pre-loved car from Sarah Honda Granville. You can tell I'm running out of steam because I'm like pausing and my brain's just fried. Anyway, SarahHondaGranville.com. You can still get a new in-stock car as well. Go in there, pick one out, what they have on the lot. Yes, we are still in that lingering dumb phase where you drive by the car dealership and there's just limited new volume, new merchandise out there. I was told that's a chip thing. Remember that? It's the chips. It might still be. I have no idea. But you can still get a new car at Sarah Honda Granville. They describe it as get your custom car. So if you know what you want and you've driven one before, even if you haven't, you can say, all right, I want this Accord Hybrid. Contingent on when it gets here, I test drive it. But otherwise, I want this on it, this on it, this on it, custom. Boom, shows up. There you go. That's your car. Sarah Honda Granville.com. Check them out. Say hello to Thad, T-H-A-D, Thad. Sounds like fad, but Thad. Or Cameron. Two great friends of mine at Sarah Honda Granville. Okay, continuing on more of the best of, sorry, not the best of, the Eric Zane Show podcast.
While I sat in here getting prepared for this podcast, Diana comes walking in. As much as I love seeing Diana, when I am in here focused on this computer, typing something up or doing anything, any type of thinking outside of this is rough because I have to quickly decompress and detach from this and turn and actually have that conversation about whatever it may be. Now, this gives you an idea of the focus because while I was writing up things for the website on In the News of from the free podcast to accompany the free podcast, so you can click on various things. And I swear to God, the simplest questions, I cannot even answer them when I'm doing this. And she says, so look, we're going to go to see your dad this weekend. I have some questions. And I'm like, oh, fuck. This is going to be rough. I know I'm not going to be able to do this. She says, what do you want to eat when we're camping? Because we're taking the camper. And we're going to park it at a campground not that far from my dad. About 45 minutes, maybe an hour away. No big deal. At Port Sanilac. What do you want to bring for food? And I'm like, I don't know. Why do I have to be involved in this? Why can't you just do it? I mean, I love you so much, but I mean, I'm working and it's really difficult for me I can't, first of all, if you ask me something like that, I always really weigh these things heavily. Like, well, what can we eat? And it takes me time to come up with an answer. If you are a significant other who asks a question, I mean, it's not like I can sit there and just say, oh, this is what we're going to have. I have nothing on my mind. I would have to spend considerable amount of time thinking about that in order to give you an answer that is honest. Or I could just throw anything out. Or you could empower yourself to make that executive decision, and then just live with it. I mean, if I'm doing this, you're doing that, right? I mean, is that fair? Or am I overthinking this? Why can't... I guess my point is, just do it. Just come up with something. Okay. I didn't say any of this. I just said, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Well, I haven't given it any thought. Well, can you give it some thought? No. Why? Because I'm at work. Yeah, I know, but you're here. I go, okay. Now we're back to this. I'm physically here, but I'm with them. I'm doing everything I can for this 8 to 10 to 12 hours, depending on the day, every day, to do what I do. And so, no, I don't have an answer for you. I roll, dissatisfied, zero, not frown face. And I go, can you just do it? Can you just do it and I don't have to be involved in it? Well, then if it's bad, well, then you'll say something like, I promise I won't say anything. Just come up with something and go for it. You can do it. I know you can. Just come up. I don't care. A hamburger, a hot dog. Who gives a fuck? Megan says, I do this to my husband all the time. Working at home has some downsides. LOL. He gets so annoyed. Thank you, Megan. Because then I feel bad. I'm like, well, I do want to engage you, but if I'm at work, let's say I'm at a physical location. Let's say I'm working at In On Time with Jim. You can't call me and say, hey, what do you want for dinner? I'm like, nah, it's not going to work that way. No. Just figure it out. You're a big girl. You're like 77 years old. Just do it. Probably shouldn't have said that. I always give her shit because she robbed the cradle. She's like 4 years older than me. All right. Then she says, Father's Day. What do you want for Father's Day? It's your big day. I'm like, I don't know. What do you mean? I go, the same fucking way I didn't have any idea. I don't know with the last question. You know what I like. You've been on my penis since 1989. You know exactly what I like. If you picked any of those things, I am so not picky. I would be happy. I will be so happy if you just made that decision for me. Fuck. Like, you just got to think and decide. No, I need these minutes. This time that we're spending while I sit here and explain to you that I don't know. It's because I can't put any real thought into it. Does that make any sense to anybody here? Am I just being a bitch? Well, I probably am being a bitch. I would expect that's kind of why you're here, Dean. What the fuck? Eric wants cinnamon muff to eat, he says. What are you doing? Jason says, it's half the time I pretend like I'm not listening. Yeah, I know that too, but then she says, hello, and I'm like, sorry. Kenny says, yeah, hey, man, I don't miss that nonsense. Why do you want my thoughts if you're just going to do what you want anyway? Yeah, hey, man, shut up, Zane. Hey, man, I told you to keep that a secret. Megan says she's Diana in that instance. Yeah, we got that. Jason says, yep, wife will ask me what I want for dinner, then make something completely different. Oh! Megan adds, I know Brian can't listen half of the time, but it doesn't stop me from talking. No, that's sweet. That's sweet. And I know you. You're like an endless ball of energy. So this is key for Brian he needs to let you do that, you know? Because if you don't have that energy, leaving your system like that, Megan, you're going to go supernova. So this is all good. He needs to go, yeah, right. So this is all key, because if he doesn't do that, you know, like sometimes you turn on the news and you see house explodes and they say, the authorities think it was a gas main. It's not true. It could be a woman going supernova. You have to be very, very careful. With all of this as a background, it might make sense to bring in the Queen of the Forest. She has many nicknames: the Temptress, the Queen of the Forest, the Warden. We can only wonder what she is up to, probably shopping for food. Hi.
Hi.
How are you? What store are we at right now?
Right now we're at the dollar store.
Who's all there with you?
Just me.
Oh, okay. You said we, so I thought you were... That's a very pretty mask. Why are those flowers on it?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. I might even be able to put your face on the video screen for our friends here, if that's okay with you. How's that?
I don't see myself, but
I know.
okay.
Well, I know, but they see you. So as the Queen of the Forest, how has it been lately here at the house?
It's been awesome.
Okay, we were talking earlier about how you've been hearing about how people have been getting divorced and leaving their husbands and leaving their wives because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
It's insane to me.
And we don't have that problem. We've been getting along very well, haven't we?
Oh yeah, you take care of me.
Thank you. What are you looking for right now as we speak?
Well, I'm in charge of Abby's bridal shower, so I'm in charge of getting little game.
Yeah.
If you win the game,
Yeah.
you get a little prize.
Now
That's what I'm looking for.
this is a person who is like the same age as our daughter Jacqueline, right? She's like 23 years old. She's getting married.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you making this one of those like dirty bachelorette parties where you guys are going to?
It's not a bachelorette party. It's a bridal shower.
Isn't that a bachelorette party?
No, that's different. Bachelorette party's in a couple weeks, but I won't be able to go because we'll be in Tennessee.
Oh, so there's a difference. What's the difference between the two?
A bridal shower is just where you give her presents and
okay.
have a meal. And,
All right. So this isn't the one where everybody passes around the fake dicks, right?
Eric, I'm in a store.
Sorry.
Just crying out loud.
Sorry. Do you think that's going to happen at this one? At that bachelor? No.
Well, maybe at the bachelorette party, but I won't be there.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was telling the
Where are
audience.
you? I don't see you. Where are you?
Well, I'm over here. You can, if you look at your phone. I'm
looking at my phone, but
yeah,
I
I know.
just see your arm.
I know it. I have the the audience can see your face because I have the iPad turned at the camera.
Oh, I see.
It's my low-tech way of having a audio-visual combination.
Right. Okay.
Hang on a second here. There's all sorts of really silly comments coming in. They're not saying anything about sitting on faces or anything like that.
Well, that's good.
Okay. Anyway, I want to run this by you.
What?
Before you left, you came in here and you asked me some questions. Do you recall the questions?
Yes.
Now, what was my response to those questions?
This is not a good time. I don't know. Is that a ball? You got vegetables on the floor.
Is that a person?
Sorry, I was talking to a little fellow.
Oh, you can do a Joe stun with me. I could make you a Karen.
No. That's not going to happen.
All right. So, is it weird to you when you come in and ask me a simple question like, what do you want for dinner? And I cannot answer it.
Yes. It's a little bit annoying.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I'm really focused on what I was doing, but wouldn't it be nice?
I know, but you could have taken 3 seconds and said, oh, steak sounds good, or spaghetti sounds good, or eh.
Okay. I will commit. I would like hamburgers.
For when?
Well, didn't you ask for what's for dinner, right?
I said, yeah, but I asked for dinner. I said, what sounds good for Friday when we're camping? And then what sounds good for Father's Day dinner?
Hamburgers.
Hamburgers both times?
Well, for sure, one of those days. Do you like hamburgers?
Yeah, but I'd rather have steak.
Adam says you
on
might
Friday.
want. You might
I'd
want.
rather have steak on Friday.
Yeah, Adam says you might want eggplant.
Who?
Never mind. All right, yeah. Hamburgers definitely tonight.
No,
I
not
don't mean tonight. I mean tomorrow night. I'm getting my days mixed up.
No. Steak on tomorrow night because it's just the two of us, so it won't be expensive.
Okay. So basically,
and then Sunday.
So basically, you're like picking.
I'm what?
So basically, you're choosing. So why did you even ask me in the first place if you just chose it?
Well, I was just making a suggestion.
So you said, what do you want for dinner? I said hamburgers, and then you said, no, steak.
Okay, I'll make the decision. I'll make the decision for tomorrow. You make the decision for Father's Day.
Okay.
How's that?
All right. Let's go. Hey, I got an idea. Steak for Friday, and then hamburgers for Sunday.
Okay, but I'm not a good griller, and I don't want you to have to grill.
Oh, I love grilling on my broken grill.
You what?
I love to grill. I love cooking the food. I would rather cook the food. I enjoy doing that.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
This could be fun.
Go back to shopping.
Okay.
Now.
All right. Enjoy shopping. All right. I'll talk to you. Okay. Bye. See ya.
My friends, that is going to do it. The end of another edition of Not the Best of the Eric Zane Show podcast. Fresh shows beginning Monday, July 11, as I am on an undeserved vacation. I want to thank you for being part of this, though. Please consider signing up for Patreon. Your contributions keep the lights on, keep the puppies fed. I appreciate it so much. And you all make this very much worth it. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Your donation gets you 15 plus hours of content each and every week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Till next time, what do you say? Auf Wiedersehen? Doesn't that mean goodbye in German? Okay, I'll just say goodbye. Thank you. Take care.